Living life seeking answers to the many problems that continue to evolve? Whether it's about business, money, relationships, family, or anything, let's talk. Join Alan Cousin of Get Up Radio Media as he talks about anything and everything that the mind can come up with. His motto is, you can't find a solution until you talk about it first. Ready to be informed about life and feel positive daily? Then come listen to Let's Talk with Alan Cousin and get up as a positive new you.
Hello, happy Thursday, How are you today, everyone? Yep, how you doing? Amazing. You're amazing. Love that smile, by the way. Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday. First of all, I'd like to apologize. I did not come on Tuesday because I was not feeling well, so I know that's not an excuse, but didn't think you wanted to hear me while I was, let's say, not doing well bodily. So I do apologize for all of you that were, looking forward to hearing me Tuesday. But today is Thursday, and it's a happy Thursday, right? Because we're all amazing, and we know that, don't we? That's right, we're all amazing, and we know that. And I want to talk specifically, because it's always about let's talk, right? So what are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about this month, the month of March. Why is the month of March so important? Because it's Women's History Month. It talks about how extravagant and amazing women are, which we already know that. It's not like we need to know that. I mean, if nobody doesn't know how great women are, how amazing and extravagant they are, then clearly they have been living under a rock or in a cave. But I want to make sure that I do my part in explaining how great women are in this world, America, the country, Earth itself. I believe that women are not one to be admired as much as they need to be, have not been given the respect that they deserve, and yet are ones to continually move forward. Though they know the difficulties that they face, they do not stop and will always be motivated and determined to continue on. So therefore, I want to say thank you. I salute every one of you, each and every woman out there. I want to say thank you myself for being such a wonderful person, for being a woman. Come on, man. That's right. Let's give them a round of applause, because you know what? They deserve it, they need it, and they don't get enough of it. So I want to say thank you to all of you. All of the women out there, thank you for being you. Thank you for living. Thank you for just dealing with the negativity and yet still moving forward. It's amazing when you think about how many women out there have done so much for us, and yet you don't hear enough about them. And how women today, in the last 3 years, women have embraced the work ethic and has improved and moved forward and moved up within companies and corporations and agencies, to the point where now they're taking more management positions and more analytical positions and more powerful positions and more roles of leadership. And it's about time that they get these opportunities to actually do these things, because they should have gotten them a long time ago. You ever think about a woman, the things that they go through and deal with, but yet every single day they still go on living. Their hormones are literally driving them crazy at times. They don't know whether they're going to be hot one day, cold one day, hot in the middle of the day, cold in the middle of the night. Not to mention just the ability and the power that they have to create, birth a human. Think about that. A woman is someone who can create life and make life coexist to continue on the future of humanity. If that is not something that should be approved and appraised and looked forward as something great, then what is? Yet we look at so much negativity towards women. Now, granted, yes, they are very intelligent. I myself will say that women are quite smarter than men. Yes, I am saying it on national publication here. That yes, I believe with all heart that women are smarter than men. I think sometimes women can be smarter to the point where they are too smart for their own britches, though, as my grandmother would say. Sometimes to the point where they overlook things or they mess up on things because of their intelligence. But I will say they are quite a phenomenal person, an individual. And they have done so much. And it's amazing how back in the days, if a woman was intelligent, they were called a witch. If a woman was intelligent, they were locked up. If a woman was intelligent, they were killed or murdered or beheaded. Because at that time, men felt threatened by the power and the mind of a woman. Yet now, though it took many, many years, women are now being acknowledged as someone of almost equality, but more so they are being acknowledged for their actions and their words and their mental thoughts that have now helped to improve the world in various aspects. We have more doctors now, more women scientists, physicians, technologists. You know, we have them within all major departments of innovation, prosperity, and uniformity. And it's nice to see this. It's nice to finally see women getting the respect that they deserve. Now, of course, we are still going through some unfortunate times with the whole abortion situation on women, and in some cases, the voting rights of women, which are trying to be taken away, and also, of course, in how people still look at women as negative because of the things that they do, whereas a man does the same thing, he's highly acknowledged as someone great. Never did understand that. If a man has intercourse with so many women, he's applauded. If a woman has intercourse with so many men, though, she's told she's basically a whore or a hoe. Never could understand that. I mean, why is one considered greatness, but the other is considered a disrespect? And like I said, they have done many things, and they have fought many opportunities. I mean, I'm just going to go through a few of people who have helped change the world. You know, Jane Austen, who helped medically change the world. Anne Frank, who basically helped writing, and her words helped change the world. Maya Angelou, oh, sweet Maya Angelou. Her poetic words and assumptions of motivation help strengthen the world as we know and change it for years to come. Queen Elizabeth, who was very powerful as a monarch and matriarch, fought many battles and won many battles in changing the world. Catherine the Great, who basically once again showed leadership in her tactics and strategy, changed the world. Rosa Parks, in her ability of saying no because she was told she could not sit in the front of the bus, but yet stood there and got arrested and still walked alongside Martin Luther King at one time because she wanted to change the world on equality. These are just a few people. Mother Teresa, who, though she is now long gone and is considered a martyr and a saint, did so much to change the world in her gratefulness and gratitude and generosity of helping others who needed help and making the poor feel loved and enriched, as she was always able to do what she can to help those that was less fortunate and much in need of food, supplies, health care, and so forth. These are things that you don't realize matters in life. These are things that sometimes you don't even know or overlook because you have no problems with those items or subjects. Therefore, you don't think that there's a problem because you have no problem. But yet, many people today have problems daily with those items and subjects. And there are people out there who are helping to change the world and make it a better place through their service, their words, and their actions. And I like to say, it's nice to finally see women gain power, gain love, but more so gain respect. I mean, my mother was a single parent because she, of course, was divorced, and she did everything she could. And though as a child I didn't understand many things at that time when I was young, But now I look at it now as an adult and I see all the sacrifices that she actually had to go through to help me as a child be able to get food on the plate or to get clothing that, she couldn't buy herself, but she made sure she provided clothes for me and my sister. To be able to, make sure that we got an education or that we understood how to respectfully know manners and how to treat others, and to be explained about how we are important and unique, and to support us in our journeys and our opportunities that we sometimes take for granted, but now we realize was actually powerful in helping us become who we are today. So I thank you, Mother. I thank you, Mother, for being there. I thank you to my grandmother, Mama. She's always been there. She's always been kind. She's always been supportive. She's always helped to acknowledge me, to understand things when difficulty went upon me or depression came. She was always there, and I do appreciate it. And sometimes I don't show the appreciation to my mama, but I do hope that if she ever hears this or someone ever hears this, that they'll let my mama know that I appreciate her, Teresa Cousin. I appreciate her very much. And my late past Grandma Rita Bro, or Rita Washington in some way, I appreciated all the things she did as far as telling me stories and helping me to better understand the world and acknowledge the negativities and show me how to go against those negativities with positive motions and actions so that I can understand how to become a better person and face the world head on and still find the ability to be respected for who I was and who I am. And then my Auntie Gail, who unfortunately passed away of cancer when I was only age 10, taught me so much about the religious ethics of the Bible and theology, and made me understand thoroughly what religion was, but more so what peace and unity meant and the definition of it, to be able to cast it in my actions and words towards others, to be able to be there when someone needed me, and to be able to observe and know when someone might have help and need assistance because of them being in a situation or problem. I appreciate how she helped me to understand these things, to focus on these things, and to basically become a better person because of those actions. So I thank you, Gail, cousin, my auntie Gail. Like I said, there's many people out there I can thank. There's many people out there I can respectfully acknowledge that are very important to me, like Sophia Martinez, who is a great person in Houston, and I really admire her for all that she has done, for all that she has proclaimed herself, and how she has never given up, and she's always determined and motivated. And Polly Lamb, who is always working against making sure she can get her job done and move forward within her company, even though sometimes people look at her as just a object or objectify her simply because she's a woman, and in some cases even go against her negatively because she was Asian. And like I said, Sophia, sometimes people went against her because she was Creole, being that she was mixed with white and black, so therefore they considered her a traitor in some ways because of her mixed color and culture. But these are things that they have come to overcome and to realize that they can be a better person and to fight through the negativity and break down the barrier and the wall that has tried in many ways to stop women from moving forward in life. And so I say thank you to every one of you. Thank you. I acknowledge you. I admire you, because we have choices in today. We have choices every day. We have choices to continue to move forward or to give up. We have choices to be quiet and say nothing, or to stand tall and speak powerfully. We have the ability to understand. We have the ability to learn. We have the ability to teach. And we have the ability to motivate. And many don't do it, but there are a few out there that are powerful enough to go ahead and take on that task, and to take on the ability to move forward and become a better individual, but help others become better through their actions and their words and their motivation. And so I appreciate these individuals out there. I appreciate all women out there who don't give up, those who continually move forward, though they are pushed many times back. Those who know what they have to go through, but yet still move forward and walk, preparing themselves for those negative actions. Those who have lost everything, but yet came back to regain it all because they know they had the ability to do so and used the motivation and determination and willpower to make it happen. These are things that most people take for granted because in life does not give you peaches, oranges, and roses. No, life gives you mud, shit, and depression and digression. Life basically is a dream. And basically, unless you fight very hard to accomplish and acquire many things, you tend to lose and get nothing in life because that's what you're doing. You're fighting against life to actually obtain greatness because life does not give it to you easily. Life does not offer it to you easily. Hell, life doesn't even offer it at all. You have to fight for it. You have to want it. You have to feel the need to gain it and take it. And then, even as you have it, then you have to fight even harder to keep it and hold it. And therefore, that's why I appreciate all those out there who did fight and who did not give up and who does every day fight harder and harder to keep their success, and not only their success, but help others to move forward to become successful as well. We don't think about all the heartaches and situations women go through mentally, emotionally, and physically because of their hormonal situations, because of their mental abilities and changes, because of how their body reacts so much differently than a man. And yet they're being placed in such an objective manner because of how they need to dress, how they need to speak, how they need to look in order to be appreciated and adored and admired by the opposite sex. When in all honesty, they should be equally given the same respect and equality as men are, and should be noted for who they are, no matter how they look, and no matter how they speak, and no matter how they dress. And therefore, I want to say that I admire you, I appreciate you, and I honor you for who you are, for who you are, for who you will be, and who you will become. I admire you for the past that you had, for the present that you're going through, and for the future that you will create. And I know that it has never been an easy record, an easy hold, an easy journey. But I know that you are continually moving forward, motivated, determined, and strong-willed. And therefore, I thank you and salute you for being you. Because you are, in one word, amazing. And we need to thank more women out there. We need to smile at them, appreciate them, not objectify them. We need to let them know that we see them for who they are. We don't need another Me Too to make that happen. We need to just do it because we care. We need to just do it because humanity denotes that we should. We need to do it because we need to understand that women are just like men, humans, that they have a brain, that they have a capability, and they have abilities and talents that need to be not only noticed, but given opportunity to be seen in action. And so I say to them, I say to you all out there, be thy woman, walk proudly, do not in any way stray from your journey. Be thy woman and walk forward with your power as you prowl, as you show your aggression, as you show your strength, that you will not in any way walk away or be turned away or digress in your path, in your action, in your movement. Be thy woman. Move forward. Move forward. Move forward. And show your power, for your power should only be greater as you move more and more forward down your path and your journey in life. I appreciate you. I hear you. I see you. And you are amazing. So this is Alan Cousin, founder of Get Up Radio and Get Up Radio Media, saying this month for Women's History that I admire and appreciate every woman out there, but I ask that you do your courtesy in showing the same appreciation and admiration towards these women, because they have gone through so much in the hundreds of years just to be recognized, and they're still working and fighting harder to be noticed as one of equal. And one day it will happen. But until then, we need to acknowledge that we admire them for their fighting, admire them for their dedication and determination and willpower, and help them to move forward. Support them so that they know that what they're fighting for is worth fighting. It's amazing to me sometimes. I look at the situation of entertainers and all the many positions where women were classified as not having the ability to be part of. And now how so many positions are being placed by females instead of males. And how we have discovered in history some lost history of women that have helped greatly but were never recognized, like the one in NASA, who did so much but was never recognized until 10 years ago of the benefits that she brought towards Apollo and other flights. It's interesting how you never realize his story sometimes doesn't bring all the facts of history. And whereas we're beginning to recognize this and note that this is evidently true, we are starting to now realize that there are some facts that we need to look for and place into history, because for some reason it was not placed appropriately as it should have been. So I want to say one thing before I leave. A lot of people, especially in today's society, will use the word bitch. And a lot of times people take it in a negative effect because they see it as a female dog. Because technically, if you look into the Webster's dictionary, that's normally what you see the definition of bitch as. But we don't realize sometimes when we see other women call other women bitch or boss bitch, that they're actually giving themselves affirmative and positive compliments, because they are saying that a bitch is actually someone powerful, someone that has the capability of being intelligent, confident, and motivated to the point that they do not give up in their abilities, their talents, and their path and journeys. And I've come to realize this more and more, that I've noticed that that word has been utilized as a positive instead of a negative by those who are female, and also by those who are not female, but who do respect females to a point that they actually classify them as that, but for that purpose and that reason. So before I leave, I'm going to go ahead and play a song by Doja, basically as an admiration towards all women out there, because as I said, I admire you all, I see you all, I know you're out there, and I think each and every one of you are amazing. And remember that. And if you ever forget it, simply come back to this podcast and listen to it again, because it will always be here to remind you of how amazing each and every one of you are. So let me play Doja, Boss Bitch, as an admiration to all women out there for being you and for becoming the future I've yet to see, but know that I will be greatly happy to admire. there you have it. Doja Cat, boss bitch. For all those out there who basically doesn't realize sometimes bitch can be used in a positive manner. So, with that being said, I just wanted to go ahead and give my admiration and, of course, salute you by means of Doja Cat. So, there you go. Doja said it for me. It's always interesting to me, though, because clearly right now I'm living, and as I'm living and trying to do things that I need to do within my own business, of course, and elevate myself and, help others, it's nice that I am around other females of power that try to do greatness in their own actions. Even my girls, I recall Katie, basically, when I first met her, she was working at Payless Shoe Store, only making $8.25 an hour, 10 out. That was nearly almost 10 years ago. And here she is now doing quite well for herself, where she works in a banking system, making well over $24 an hour. I recall Catherine, who was a nurse in hospice, working about 80 hours a week, basically only making $74,000 a year, which honestly, because she worked so many hours, was only like basically 20-something dollars an hour. Where now she's basically working for the Veterans Administration, helping veterans and being proud every day to go to work to do what she needs to do, and doing quite well as she's moving forward and moving upward in her position and making more money because of it, but also feeling proud that she knows every day she's doing something great towards veterans who help to serve our country. And I also know of my girl, basically, who now attends Texas A&M University, and it's amazing. She said when she was 12 years old, she knew she would be a neuroscientist, and she is currently attending school, basically, to be that neuroscientist, and has been given a full scholarship at Texas A&M University, as she is doing well in her second year, moving towards her third year with a 4.0 average, because she wants one day to be able to help others and improve the ability of science and medicine so that people can live a better life mentally and be part of that. And I admire these women. I admire each and every one of them for not giving up, for giving the ability of moving forward and being motivated and determined. And I appreciate the ability to be around them and to know that I am around greatness, because it takes someone great to not give in and just want to fail, but want to continue to move forward and always wanting to be positive in their actions and be a positive role model for others who may possibly observe them and wish to be part of their life, but also possibly follow in their footsteps. So I just want to say it's nice that I get to be around such great women. And I'm sure there are many other women I can talk about that I've been around that are just as great. But long story short, women are great. And sometimes we as men need to sometimes allow ourselves to let them know that. And to basically tell them that they are not just objects. They're not just there to be used or abused in any way. They're there to be given equal respect, equal opportunity, and love and admiration as well, because they are human just like we are, and they have done many things that have been overlooked and finally is now being acknowledged. So once again, as I said before, thank you for being you. Thank you for living as you, and thank you for being amazing and not giving in or giving up. This is Alan Cousin, founder of Get Up Radio and Get Up Radio Media, saying thank you to all the women out there. Never forget how amazing you are. Never forget how amazing you will be. And never forget that you are just simply amazing. I agree. Thank you. So, enjoy your day, enjoy your weekend, and unless a sickness or illness gets me, you'll hear from me next Tuesday. So, until then, bon voyage, smile, and remember, you can't solve a problem until you talk about I'm sorry. So, yeah, that shows me I'm just so dumbfounded, I guess, because I've just been talking so much, about women. Anyway, forgot my own little theme, slogan. As I said, though, I'm sorry. Have a great day. And remember, you can't find a solution unless you talk about the problem first. Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you for listening to Let's Talk with your host, Alan Cousin. If you have any questions that need answers or wish to be on the show, feel free to email us at letstalk@getupradio.com. And if you have a moment to rate, subscribe, and leave a review wherever you listen to your podcasts, we'd really appreciate it. Remember to get up, smile, and live life positively, as you are an amazing person.